Hope you can hear me, everybody. This exciting tension of going on with no tech. I'm coming to you from the TARDIS. I was going to ask if it was all right to just do the occasional swear, but having heard the end of Yorick's there, and his reaction to only slightly running over and not being able to take all the questions, I'm going to take it as yes, I can do the odd little swear. And I love that without having to do anything hard, I'm in the TARDIS because I really struggle with props and stuff on stage. And I only have like me and you. This is so exciting. So I will crack on. The console room, if I and thank you for heartily approving of it. If I get really multitasking throughout, we might change to a newer TARDIS, but I don't know. My brain might explode. Anyway, I promised joyful poems, actually. So I'm going to start with a poem literally called Autistic Joy. Sparkly things. Octopuses. Sparkly octopuses. Correcting someone who thinks the plural of octopuses is octopi. Doing it in a poem. Autistic joy, an instant high. Dungarees with dogs on. Dogs with dungarees on. Contagious excitement about the server in Pret's guinea pig dress and how it also has pockets and how her guinea pigs would recognise the type of food they eat on her dress, cucumber and little bits of apple. A retro flavour of Snapple. An info dump about my favourite Sebo vacuum cleaner bought after extensive joyous research. I've just realised the Sebo vacuum cleaner is actually in the room with me and I could show you it, and that doesn't normally happen on stage, and I'm going to have to interrupt myself and show you the Sebo vacuum cleaner because it is so beautiful. Bear with me, it's just here. Oh, it's very heavy. Can you see it there? It's got flowers on. I can't see me seeing it if you. It's yeah, sorry. Later on, in my de-virtual background. See, that's weird then. So you can't see anything behind. I might have to put it in front of me. Okay. I'd rupture bits of me. Sorry. Let's just imagine it. It's got roses on it. An info dump about my Sebo vacuum cleaner bought after extensive joyous research. Electric blue stained glass windows with light slanting through in a furniture polish scented church. A right rhyme at the right time and the unchimeability of orange. Spotting patterns on your bedspread, in their conversation, in the icing on a Chelsea bun. A perfect pun. Like my Buddhist friend who said the new COVID strain would be called Omicron. The right silver of sea combined with the right angle of sun. Bonding over, neurotypical people asking, how are you? And giving them an honest answer. Becoming a spinner, tapper. Oh, spinner. We've got Joe the spinner. A spinner, tapper, conductor, rhythm, dancer. Your favourite brand of same food back on the shelf. A new amazing fact about your favourite act. A notebook or under eye perfectly lined. The endless sparks and connections of your own mind. Here, put that in your pipe. Make it diagnostic. No one does joy like a joyful autistic. It's become a bit of a signature poem for me, is that? I'm going to keep on doing some of the bigger on the inside poems, but also intersperse them with other ones, like from when I was poet in residence for the Glastonbury Festival, which was that was back in 2013, and it was quite a sensory nightmare. And then they asked me back last year, and that was significantly more of a sensory nightmare because I knew myself better, and I will never be going to the Glastonbury Festival ever, ever again in any circumstances. But Mick Jagger might be, I suppose. And this is about when the Rolling Stones were headlining and they were going to be staying, apparently, in, well, what John Humphreys from the Today programme said to me before I went on air to do another poem was a yoghurt, until his producer gently corrected him to say yurt. Yurt, John. So, Mick Jagger's yurt. You can watch Glastonbury on a plasma telly. There's steaming showers if things get smelly, and not a single speck of dirt in Mick Jagger's yurt. There's a chef, a pool, a helipad, a jester on hand if he gets sad, and supermodels fight to flirt in Mick Jagger's yurt. A string quartet lulls him to sleep, a jumper's spun from his personal sheep. More spinning. What's going on, Joe the Spinner? I didn't know I had so much spinning in my poems. A jumper's spun from his personal sheep. The security guards are never curt in Mick Jagger's yurt. The ceiling's studded with diamonds. There's a dodo feather quilt. A secret tunnel to Martinique has been especially built. Noble gases become inert in Mick Jagger's yurt. The air is so pure your lungs expand. A 7G signal's pumped in by hand. Keith Richards' lumbago doesn't hurt in Mick Jagger's yurt. It's not ordinary life he wants to dodge, it's just Glastonbury's not got a travel lodge. But even Bono would sell his shirt to sleep in Mick Jagger's. There we are. I do not want to sleep in Mick Jagger's yurt. Oh, thank you for doing some putting of links in there. Thank you. My website is now in the chat. I can see that, and a link to buy my book. So I must remember to plug. I have a Substack, bigger on the inside, where I use unnecessarily long words a lot, I think, including my favourite new word. I haven't even got a poem about neurome. You know, there's biomes for plants and things where they thrive and flourish. What we have neuromes. Anyway, yeah, how is that not in a poem? So a lot of my poems are stims. Words are stims to me, rhymes are stims. And swimming is a massive stim, a joyous, joyous, joyous stim for me. It's confusing that nowadays people will say wild swimming about swimming outside, which I love doing. But if you swim in a swimming pool, they don't say, are you swimming in captivity? That is what it feels like for me nowadays. But I still like a swimming pool. Apart from the two women who were always talking to each other while doing breaststroke in the pool. You might have encountered those same two women in your own pool. Maybe some of you are those women. Wild stimming, indeed. That's what we're doing. Yes, more wild stimming, not wild swimming. Oh, can I have that one? That's very good. Okay, this is about the two women swimming breaststroke in the pool. There's two women swimming breaststroke in the pool, ploughing slowly, firmly up and down. There's two women talking as they swim in every pool, in every town. They're in no rush, they will not push. They're immersed in what they have to say, these two women conversing and abreast, sailing on in their stately way. There's always two women swimming breaststroke in the pool. They're not afraid to breathe and take up space. These two women, with their heads above the water, bend the rest of us to their glacial pace. No one can pass them, swimming breaststroke in the pool, a tidal barrier clocking up the lengths and miles, woman spreading across the lanes, low voices echoing off the tiles. There's two women swimming breaststroke in the pool. They give me pause. They slow me down. But when I'm behind the women swimming breaststroke in the pool, I sometimes wish they'd fucking drown. Not my most feminist moment, I don't think, there, but never mind. It's recalling the crews of women swimming at Cullercoats. I live in Cullercoats. I am generally not one of the crews of women. It's funny, isn't it? People are like, oh, with the wild swimming, like, do you all go together, all of you, all at the same time, and you have cake all together? And I'm like, no, I like to go on my own. I do sometimes go in a group, and actually, I do enjoy the appeal of those groups, but you know, there is a lone wolf quality that comes in. Oh, I do have some more questions. Where can I read your poems? Well, you could buy. Oh, I probably can't even show you my book. Oh, I can. Oh, no, I can't. Bigger on the ins. Oh, it's weird having a background, isn't it? Sorry, I really am in the TARDIS. It's not a background. It is the TARDIS, and it's blurring out my books because it's an anti-capitalist TARDIS. But if you did want to be capitalist, buy Bigger on the Inside from All Good Poetry Books on Sycamore Gap from All Good Poetry Books. Good poetry bookshops on Sycamore Gap from bookshops. The Oscillations, which is a more page poetry collection dedicated to my fellow neurodivergent humans. Bookshop.org, I suppose, is the better alternative to Amazon. I sometimes use Amazon because then it comes quicker and I'm ADHD. Oops, that's a confession. I also use AI and I'm currently on Monjaro. I'm doing a lot of forbidden things all at once. Don't tell anyone. So, this is the origin story poem for my Doctor Who show. And it comes from a line that Christopher Eccleston's doctor said in response to Billie Piper's Rose when she said to him, how come, if you're an alien, you have a northern accent? And he responded, lots of planets have a north. Lots of planets have a north. Normal is somewhere I have never been. You need a home to be an alien. Sometimes averages are just mean. I read Jane Eyre when I was 7. Moved on to Geoffrey Archer novels by the time I was 11. Never rebelled with drink or drugs, just Salvador Dali posters and ethnic rugs. Lots of planets have a north. Normally somewhere I have never been. You need a home to be an alien. Sometimes averages are just mean. I know I have a distinctive voice. I just think it's cruel the way the word lisp has got an S in it. In a similar way to how it's cruel the word dyslexia is difficult to spell. My eyeballs are rugby ball shaped when they should be round. I have 2 webbed toes. I score highly on the autistic spectrum, which I'm aware sounds like an 80s computer that refuses to network with other computers. That's the only reason I'm saying autistic spectrum there, in order to have that pun. Lots of planets have a north. Normal is somewhere I have never been. You need a home to be an alien. Sometimes averages are just mean. I'm learning to play the ukulele. My relationship role model is Coronation Street's Roy and Haley. I've never had a one-night stand or even a one-night snog. I prefer to swallow rather than spit, because then it saves wondering what to do with it. Lots of planets have a north. Maybe some of them will hear this verse, because every earthling is an alien to some other species somewhere in the universe. I don't think I've ever done that line online, as in the line about the spitting, not swallowing. It's kind of, maybe it's better to do it when people aren't in the room. I do have a very, very rude poem that I've certainly never done at Autscape that I could do later on. It plays on... before I finish the sentence, of course, Yorick is saying, do it. I don't think I'd finished the thought. In fact, I'd not had the thought, and Yorick preempted me and said, do it, before I'd just do it now. Okay, well, I'll do it. I've set you up a bit now. I'm going to do my stim poem first, and then I'll do it. And I'll do the coda to it that, again, I don't usually do on stage at all. But I think for a majority autistic audience, it's too satisfying not to. But we'll do the stim poem first. Okay, I'm going to do this from my book, so I'm looking off left a little. Words with a beat bind your voice and your feet. Poetry with a rhyme connects your ears up with time. Words with a rhythm link your mind to your heart. A verse and a stanza merge the whole and the part. Living images fuse your speech and your sight. Your hand and your brain work as one when you write. Emotion and idea blend to heal your soul. Music can make what's separate feel whole. Similes knit together like your bones after a break. You see a metaphorical reflection in an imaginary lake. Poems set up expectations and meet them in a line, and sometimes they don't. I've started running online creative writing workshops for my fellow neurodivergent humans, using only writing from my fellow neurodivergent humans. If you fancy signing up for a future one, I'm going to run drop-in ones coming up. Currently, I'm running 2 courses. Then do email to be put on the mailing list. Could someone scribe this for me? Could someone efficient scribe this? I'm going to say the email now. But I won't be able to put it into chat. I'm doing this before I do my really rude poem. I don't know why. Just feels wrong to do it straight after. Really rude poem. Here's my email. Thank you, Yorick. So the email address is a happy place, lowercase, all one word. So a happy place, and then .enquiries@gmail.com. And just say you want to be on the email list thing. Thank you both. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Right. So I originally wrote this poem back when it was before WhatsApp. It was when sexting was first thing. And at the time I was doing a little bit of online dating, and I was appalled that people were sexting me. I was particularly appalled because it meant they were spelling things very badly, and it was upsetting. So the reply I, as a poet and pedant, actually wanted to give when sent a text avowing, I want to shower you with hot cum. First, I wanted to say, cum is actually spelt with an O and an E, not C-U-M. Come, as in to arrive at a destination, giving a sense of velocity and purpose. However, perhaps a better word than come, suggestive of something enticing to be imbibed, might be juices. Second, it being hot leads me to concern about your body's internal thermostat. Tepid may be a more accurate description. Third, poetically, surely it would be expedient to add an adjective to increase descriptive power and make the tepid juices sound more inviting. Even a simple colour would suffice, perhaps white, or better, creamy, evoking both texture and colour and food imagery. So we have, I want to shower you with my tepid, creamy juices. Fourth, a final suggestion. Perhaps the word shower evokes too voluminous an amount of fluid. Be inspired by Nigella Lawson's eloquent culinary vocabulary. Try squirt or drizzle. Yes, better. So, in summary, would I like you to drizzle me with your tepid, creamy juices? No. Fuck off. Thank you. That is technically still a poem. Oh yeah, and then this is the coda that I never do. It's just called Telegram Poems. So we had, Telegram Sex Poems. Telegram Sex Poems. Okay. Her. I am, with those of you who love Blackadder, you might see there's a little debt to Blackadder here. Her. I am loosening my Liberty bodice now. Stop. Him. Ooh, my flannels are damp. Stop. Her. I thought you wanted me to disrobe. Stop. Him. Please don't stop. Stop. Her. I have unlaced my corset. Stop. Him. Sorry, I have already spilled my tepid, creamy juices. Stop. I am sorry I ever started this. Stop. Little bit of historical thinking there. Let us return to the TARDIS, where there is generally not sex. I mean, there's implications of it, aren't there? But we're never going to see sex in the TARDIS, are we? And I, for one, do I want to? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Anyway, here is more of a. Oh, did it just said River Song? Did River Songs have sex in the? Well, we didn't see River Song have it. Oh, you're saying you want to see River Song have? Anyway, it's a whole thing. Oh, she was conceived in the TARDIS. Ah, see. Ah, good point. Okay, yeah. Well, there was sex in the TARDIS. The book that Autistic Joy in is Bigger on the Inside, published by Smokestack. So this is more of an ADHD poem. ADHDers, although of course at least 43% of us are co-occurring. And we love to be in the attention tunnel, and we do not love to be pulled out of the attention tunnel. This is about that. Don't pull me out of the attention tunnel where time collapses and scattered thoughts funnel. There's a toll to pay to enter here where money, time, socks and posts disappear. Don't pull me out of the attention tunnel. It's nothing personal about not liking you or the things you're inviting me to do, though you're not currently as interesting as the things in there, that much is true. Don't pull me out of the attention tunnel. It's like wrenching a barnacle from a rock. Sticky residue will be left behind. I'll only have half my mind. It's like interrupting any performer in their flow. Let's hope no one would go to Ronnie O'Sullivan queuing up a championship shot. Oi, Ronnie, do you want to see this lovely new cardigan I've just got? Or to Simone Biles in quadruple axle poise. Simone, could you give me your opinion on neoliberalisation and also boys? Or to David Tennant at the RSC about to Hamletly be or not be? David, it's time for your tea. Don't pull us out of the attention tunnel when we're a laser beam that can focus and think our mind and body for once in sync. The pain of awareness pulling back like a turtle's neck while it's retracting. Don't pull us out of the tunnel of... the tunnel of... What? Oh, I forgot. 'Cause your attention is distracting. Joy, I think, for us, of the autistic type, can also be very quiet joy, can't it? Silent joy, even. I really love libraries. I recently went to the library on the campus at Lancaster University, and it's proper. It has a tree growing through the middle of it. You can still browse actual shelves. They let you take whatever food and drink you want in there. The librarians are really kind. There's loads of little carousels and pods and hidey corners. It just reminded me of the absolute joy of being able to hide. This is called Silence in the Library. Whovians will recognise where that title is from. I was a library kid. Among the dusty shelves I hid and browsed, discovered different worlds from Sweet Valley High to Ridley Walker to What Katie Did. Adult conversations with the librarian, learning how to be contrarian, reading the Mail, the Guardian, Hansard and Private Eye inside at break times warm and dry, loosening my strangulating school tie. The relief and quiet of carpeted floors, escaping echoey corridors, away from dinner ladies, bullies and bores. Once and always a library kid, dreaming of islands or going off-grid. We all need sanctuaries to be gently with others or alone, in your room, your car, a beach, your phone, or deep, safe inside yourselves. Still miles and miles of library shelves. And I agree, it is indeed ironic that a tree was surrounded by basically its dead relatives in the library. The tree was called Norma. It previously was called Norman, but during the pandemic, sadly, turned black and all its leaves fell off and died. And all the students thought it had been killed on purpose, but it was just a depressing symbol of the general collapse of everything. By the way, I have a podcast with my friend Nick King, who does the NeuroBears neuroaffirming courses for young people. Our podcast is called Neurotypicals Don't Juggle Chainsaws, because they don't. It's basically two northern lasses talking neurodivergence. There's still not a lot else out there like it. You can get it on all the usual platforms. I have 3 more minutes left, so I'm going to finish, I reckon, with one final poem and finish completely on time, which will be very satisfying all round. You have been, I really love when, sorry I've not been able to be on the Discord as well. I don't know why I'm saying sorry. I mean, that would mean I was reading my poems on the Discord and in the chat. That would be a lot of multitasking. This is called We Are Definitely Not Daleks. Fluorescent lights, restless nights, social cues, uncomfy shoes, just tolerate. Just tolerate. Got distracted, didn't hear, just wanted things to be clear. Our need for detail and accuracy, making others think that we interrogate. Relationships we've craved or feared. Online dating is just weird. Pressure to conform or breed. Hyper or hyposexual need. Mask our fate. Mask our fate. Supermarkets and unexpected guests that hurt. The prickly label in that shirt. Traumatic drill, sudden bill. It's overwhelm, not underuse of will that aggravate. The times we tried but didn't fit, were bamboozled or gaslit. Just want our tribe accepted more, not studied by boffins to find a cure and exterminate. Protection's not a metal case. It's empathy that won't erase the ways we differ on the inside. Think of a symbol of autistic pride. It's lemniscate. People who don't mean what they say want you doing things the normal way. Don't interrupt or complicate, nor repeat or hesitate. Don't deviate. We're not one tribe, but recognise. A walk, a wince, a flick of eyes. Liberation for one is liberation for all. Hear this as a collective call. Cooperate. Life's hard too for dominant neurotypes. Normality is not worth the hype. On diversity, the tide is turning. Unity is needed because the world is burning. So love, not hate. Love, not hate. Which I reckon is what we get at online Autscape. Thank you very much for having me on. Thank you for listening. I will bob some of those links in the chat before I